ithano nigetha wake bara no muhaka o increase productivity ya Kenya
na githe bara yo toyo gutinia hani nithe to cira rehe taru kutikaga bypass ya kwori ni kwagire productivity Thika super highway ya kwori kwagire productivity undu ati andu ni maraguneka na bara icio
productivity ni riri bwana Njoroge taru bara ire gerete haria hanyure kungikorwo gutire kahua karoima mugunda kana gutire macani maroima mugunda gutire woi wa igoti uria witikagia uhotaga gutuma tuongerere mbeca consolidated fund na nigetha mbia iria twakombete cia kwa kabara iyo ri cioneke and therefore gitumi kinene kiria giatuma Jubilee igwe ni ati ni mwathondeka bara mwarega guthondeka mabiacara ma andu nigetha andu mone muonere wa mbeca mahote kumuriha magoti na inyo muhote guthie na mbere na kumathondeka na hau niho thirikari ya Jubilee yekire nyamu iria muthungu etaga capital projects na capital project ni ikoragwo ikiria mbia nyinge muno na ikoragwo ci flagship kana ni kionereria kio ria thirikari wefatie gwika na nigetha mu Kenya one bata wa capital project yo no muhaka nake omwicirie muhuko ngia kabara ya farasia gitweri nyanya ri ndireka atia nigetha muikari wa witeithie ahote kuruta biashara fareno akonaga value yayo tondu korwo muikari wa witeithie uhota guka gikomba ko ya nguo na akendia ni arionaga bata wa Thika Road tondu aima witeithie athi Nairobi athiana ndagika 5 no ungimwakira bara na ndoimaga witeithie ni akurigwo bara yo wa mwakira na icio nicio itumiria ciemwe cia toma Jubilee andu mathiete ari go punish the most unfortunate kana uria wa kumakania Njoroge andu Kenyans na research ni onanetie matiumagira guthie guthurana moimagira guthie go punish kana kuingata na matiendaga kumenya maraingata mundu macokie so ukoraga maingata wa noma maigeria wa nina uwe niguo guthiaga
na ndiki no guciria ndiki ni mentality ni
ni mentality ria tukoragwo nayo uiguaga raini-ini waigua statement giki gite no mwaka gikarirwo ni mwanake wa mundu ni mwana wa mundu mukongi nawe ucio ni egutuinamia ekuinuka kwamuka ukariganirwo atiriri tari mubunge wothe waigatwo usavite miaka 10 thiini wa bunge Njoroge ena pension njega muno maisha make matikarugama Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta uria twaingata ena pension package njega muno ihana ta mundu mwandike wira kiria tari enjoyaga no ku God of Honor na gukorwo State House no maisha make so Kenyans they are heading up magathie guthura atongoria matari hindi makamateithia ni tondu ni marenda kuingata Njoroge na Njoroge kaingi ukoraga Njoroge ndanaingatwo tondu ni muru ndanaingatwo tondu ndanaga kuruta wira no hekio no hutukoragwo na kio ta Kenyans na nikio gitumaga tuthirima twina Njoroge na Ngai ni egutuiga miaka iri igugithira haha tugagicoka haha uigue Kenyans no maroiga mbu na no mathire makiara raini magithie matiendire kumenya mutongoria uria marathura bata wao munene ukoragwo uria maraingata
ndigwa maraiga atiri marathinikaga mariona andu ao rurekete magerie nja niguo ndaigua makiuga warora message ciao
riu ri mu Kenya nzi hana riri Harry Boroini two ni muini ukoragwo wa Coast aigaga ati ndi thiini no uranegena ona ndoima nja no uranegena ucio niguo wira uria Kenyans matigeirwo tondu matithurimaga atongoria aria marathura na therefore ngeciria riu nie ungiona taru maundu maya uronire ni meheranirio mubunge ni eheranirio na kindu gitagwo CDF
ona wakamira kya CDF ni goda tuka kuriwe ndera kuririkania mwiroreri wa Inooro TV kuririkania ati maimirira maya urona haha ni maria marathi na mbere na gutukinyira gutiri kundu kurekereirio maimirira o mothe ni IEBC na ona IEBC yarekereria maimirira tuko tukimenyithia na njira ya imwe kwa imwe nigetha tutigire ni twakorwo twakumenyithia maundu maria mekiritwo mukonde makiria ni ruhonge kana ni commission ya ithurano guku bururi-ini na mihaka niyo IEBC koguo miriro maingi mangikorwo ungena na kuu na kina kuri metarire maona makamenya niguo kuri no tutituraheo maimirira maria official maria mekuma kuria kwa IEBC karania na ithie turarania na mundu gwitwo Mucende tukirora uhoro cio wa mwathanire atwanjira uhoro wa tandikuratirwo igoti ya Supreme nirarekereirie watho reiga atiriri Kashifa gaka ka watho bunge mathiite makekirira kuria bunge mwe gicunji kia 2.75 2.75% ya national budget mametwe NGCDF ni kwagarara watho ta betadore hau
wa mbere thirikari iria igire cieto wa uigiririku wa gukorwo ikirugamirira uruti wira kana uhuthiri wa indo cia muingi ni thirikari etagwo national government na thirikari etagwo county government icio no cio icunje iria igire cietikiritio kiwatho gukorwo ikihuthira indo na utonga wa muingi na therefore he undu umwe ni urangenia muno mubunge kweheranirio na kindu gitagwo NCGF ni kindu gia bata muno tondu riu tutire thura mubunge ni tondu ni arahakire kirathi rangi kana ni araigiriire tairo handu tondu that is the catalyst that tukoretwo tukihuthira mubunge aroka akagemia cukuru akagema wona wathi warora results cia ciana at the end of the year kigerio gekwo uthaka wa cukuru na moimera itiratwarana ona hamwe na therefore mawira ma mubunge ni mekiritwo gatiba-ini na ni mawira matatu ndakoragwo ahetwo makiria ma mawira macio akoragwo ahetwo wira wa representation wira wa nikurugamirira article 1 ya gatiba itu yugaga atiriri hinya na uigiririki wa gatiba eno ri ukoragwo nengeretwo Wanjiku ya keri koiga atiriri Wanjiku no ahuthire hinya ucio imwe kwa imwe kana no ahuthire kugerera andu aria we ethurire na niho mubunge kana senator kana governor okaga tondu Wanjiku milioni 50 matingeiganira thiini wa National Assembly mugakigayanio icigo mukerwo inywe gicigo kia Limuru thurai mundu umwe oke amurugamirire ucio ni wira wa mbere wa mundu witagwo mubunge
kurugamirira
itura riake haya wira wa keri niguo muthungu etaga to registrate kana wira waku wa keri ni kwandikithia mawatho maria mahuthikaga thiini wa bururi wa Kenya handu wa Roma ucio ni wira wa mubunge mawatho mothe mathondekagwo bunge magatwarirwo mundu gwitwo president akamekira thairi magatuika watho Njoroge ungiigua nduri certified na watho uria wathondekwo bunge gatiba yugaga uthie high court ugethe kindu gitagwo interpretation ucio ni wira wa keri wa mundu gwitwo mubunge wira wa gatatu wa mubunge na niguo wira uria wa bata muno ni wira witagwo oversight kana kurora uigiririki wate thirikari akorwo we mubunge wa county urore kana thirikari ya county ni huthagira indo cia muingi na uigiririki na kinyire bataire akorwo we mubunge wa national government urore executive arm ya thirikari kana ni rahuthira mbeca cia uria kwagirire na therefore mau nimo mawira maria matatu mubunge athuragirwo na kuona mubunge ni ehererio wira wa kuhaka rangi na gwikira tairo riu mubunge turi muthuraga number 1 your ability to debate
wathi kuria bunge ri tutikugia na imundu cia thire ku igikunika na cuka itiaragia bunge ukoraga report ira irarithizwo ati mundu arithia ria mbere agika kiria akisweyo in ndari aria ringi mundu to cio ri ukeyuria athurirwo ku tondu ni reke ngwire hinya uria hetwo ni katiba chapter 1 ndikunengera mundu number 1 utekuhota kunjaririria to ni mehia kunengera mundu tangihota kurugama bunge aige uria ni ingienda kuga na niwe hete hinya number 2 ndigwitikira kunengera mundu hinya wa guthie guthondeka watho na we mwene nginya ndoe gwithondekera watho wa gwake wakana ndigutuma mundu muhahami na mundu mutunyani athie ate niwe urathie kurora uigiririki wa uhuthiri wa indo iria tuhete thirikari ihuthire na therefore kuma haha twere mubunge ehererio horo wa CDF urikoragwo ukorwo we mundu eloquent mundu urahota kwaririria andu mundu urahota kunyita maundu ma kiwatho na mundu urahota kumenya mathabu ma thirikari ri mathiaga atia na njoria no gwetega muno horo wa riu going forward ria mubunge gukorwo hana maito wa county kana woman rep ri ndewikorwo na tondu na ngafu ri ndewikorwo ebere muno
ona he kindu gitagwo riri andu aria mathomaga watho he kindu gitagwo jurisprudence yes jurisprudence yugaga atiriri he itua ria tuirwo ria Njoroge na itua riri rigiringithanio na cira uyu ri ni iratwara ona mutumia ucio wina ngafu iroretio hau CDF iroretwo
oniko ni hare hako muna kaigo wa nyina
exactly tondu onake ni member of parliament na wira wake no uyu no ucio mau mawira matatu ndakwira uguo na ngafu iyo tutiethie kunene na ne ono okorwo waya gukora kwi mundu already we igoti ria gatiba kuria atiriri tondu Supreme Court ni ratuire cira uyu ri onake mutumia uyu netwo ngafu ri ithio nayo tirigo tondu wira wake ni kurugamirira because kwanza kwa mutumia ni njoru muno tondu one of the responsibility kana wira uria hetwo gatiba ri ni representation ne koragwo capture thiini wa giti giake tondu etagwo woman representative
yes
ni kurugamirira ndona tumuthi ukaheane mbeca we wira waku ni urugamirire thirikari igae bia na itekupendelea igae bia na uria kwagirire mukenya wothe ubatie kuona mbeca cia bara kwao athondekerwo. Ucio niguo wira waku ta mũmbunge, na niĩ ngeciria atiriri riu ni tukugia na quality leaders kana atongoria mena kinyi.
He kaundu kangĩ ndĩronire gekwo.
Yes.
SRC nĩreheririe allowances.
Yes.
Tariu MCA allowances yarari nacio nyingĩ, ona ndararoraga mũcara nĩcieheretio. Allowances nginya cia bunge ĩmwe nĩireheririo. Ino nĩ ku affect andu kuonaga gwenda gutengera uteti tari gucaria wira.
Riu thina uria ukoragwo wi munene ri ni ati ndugatuike surprise ti bunge ria yaingira yoke reverse uguo. Tandu ta kwanja SRC ha mũmbunge ni ndirona mararutire zero. Tondu marehereirie mũmbunge allowance, sitting allowance ya ciringi 5,000, maramuongerera house allowance 150.
Kogo nota kuhorania mai kuhora mai na ndiri.
Ona mundu uria hiyo ngikorwa hinyiriirio muno ni MCA tondu ka grant ino meritwo hindi ya BBI ni reheririo, na ona limit ya karoni karia mundu angiraheirwo aingira bunge ni karanyihanyihire. Na ni ngeciria thina uria tukorwo naguo munene na kiuria kiria kinene a Kenyans meyuragia. Tariu ni guthiururuka thiko 2-3 ni ureyoneire mbeca iria iratembea mihuko-ini, ugakira ukiyuria atiriri mũmbunge angikorwo maximum arihagwo 700,000 nicio arihagwo 700,000
nituga na ciara ngo ciuke kindu 500
ciuke kindu 700 na ni arihwo 500,000 per month.
Yes.
Maximum angihota kuona thiini wa mwaka ni ciringi milioni 6
times 5 ni milioni 30.
Milioni 30. Ma ugathi ugakora he mũmbunge thaa icio he mundu urathurirwo mũmbunge ukudikireo arakwira ni mani huthirite milioni 100. Logics kana ungiria gwiciria mwiciriria wa mundu kuhuthira milioni 100 nigetha andikwo wira wa milioni 30 ri ungika mathabu maku ongerera kana makuruta ajera okeno
imwe
etereire guthie kuya nigetha acokie kuria ararutite milioni 100 rimwe, na hindi iria akaingira na huthirite milioni 100 rimwe nie Njoroge ona ingigutwara na hendagio thuti iria njega nguhumbe wega nguthondeke wega ucoke unjikire uria ndirenda ni tuoimanwo to nie giteti kuhe uraheire ni gukigura ndirakigurire na wa muiria twambite kwaria nawe ri ureke nyambe njokie mahia maria ndiraheire riu miaka 5 igagithira ngicokagia mahia we nawe ugeka atia
na umenya ha ndiracokia mahia ngicaragia to guka
gugakuhenia na guka gugakwira tariu ri umuthi uyu ri magana meri maria maraheanagwo ni wana siasa tondu niyo ni urakionire mundu gwitwo Matiang'i akiuga kwena unyihu wa ciringi magana meri tondu ni irutitwo thebu ya thirikari ri magana maya meri maraheagwo ri inu nginya matiragiga na mutu no ni ukuona Kenyans ni marathurire mundu ni tondu wa magana mau meri, especially andu aria marari ite-ini miaka 5 ni mehia manene muno he mu Kenya ukorwa agithie guthura mundu ucio ni magana meri na mundu arahetwo miaka 5 nigetha onanie utongoria wake ri uhana atia utongoria wake ri ukoragwo uhana atia na nikio urona kwina atongoria maracoki megucoka ite-ini tondu number 1 mundu ucio ni amenyire wira uria munene ahetwo ni muingi ni kumarugamirira.
Thank you.
Uguo mundu ucio ndare magwo ni kwaririria andu na ungikorwo ni unahota kwaririria andu aria wathurire eni andu ni maovarukaga kana makaga kurora wandikithitie mawatho maigana atia kana wikite oversight aria makamenyaga uyu tungikona thina akugaga gukuga
ni ndanyita ta njira atiriri ni ukoragwo political strategy ni muthia handu mwaikara uria mungicinda githurano. What does it take to win an election? Either gite kia MCA kia governor tondu nwajira besha ni citekaga muno no strategy iria nyingi cokete guteithiriria andu kana strategy iria mundu cirahuthikire ritari ni tairiko
wa mbere kindu gitagwo wita mwana siasa consistency. I'll give you an example tondu muthuri munata wakwa na ingi mugweta ndikoigwa guoya mheshimiwa witagwo Kimani wa Icung'wa wa kuria Gikuyu mheshimiwa Kimani wa Icung'wa nginya riria ndimwendie ndamuona akeheana mbeca aca kuma riria njirie guthurwo 2013 na 2017 yathire agikora ndanagia na opposition ni kugazetwo ena consistency ya kuga ni mutigathura ni tondu wa kumuhebia mugathura ni tondu wa kiria ndimwikiire. In fact slogan yake ndironete akiuga wira warie na kuringana uria turakeigua ni tandu agikuyu makimucoketie mundu ucio ni ari na jethaga maundu maria megutuma uhote githurano. 1 utekuhuthira mbeca nyingi, number 2 ukihota ko maximize
gutire hanini kwina ndumiriri irarekererio ni makanitha igi horo wigie thayo na reke twambe tuigwe na ucocokero hau uri.
There was generally peaceful voting in most of the polling stations in the country, as noted by our observers, and we commend fellow Kenyans for observing peace. However, isolated incidents of violence were reported in Wajir, Garissa, Uasin Gishu, Nakuru, Mandera, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Bungoma counties. Voter turnout. The voter total turnout as per now is at 12,065,803 out of the registered voters of 22,120,158, which translates to 56.17%, which is the lowest ever during a general election in Kenya. Delay in opening of polling station has also been noted. Delay in opening of some polling stations resulted in some voters giving up and not voting. Also, delays in communication by IEBC. These delays in communication by IEBC on the postponement of election in certain areas were reported. Incidents of violence. We noted with concern a number of incidents of violence in some parts of the country. In this regard, we call upon the Inspector General of Police to be more vigilant and deal firmly with the perpetrators. Reports received by our observers and monitors across the country in our Women's Situation Room, we note with concern that 200 polling stations, there were violence targeted at women, especially women candidates, women agents, and women voters. The most notable form of violence against the women was physical violence. Our call to the country. The National Peace Mediation Team remains observant of the ongoing electoral process, even as tallying of votes still continue in various parts of the country. We call on political leaders and citizens to give IEBC official time as to continue to conduct its constitutional and statutory duty and obligations in this democratic journey. In this regard, we advise against any unreasonable pressure being piled on IEBC. Lastly, whatever the outcome of the presidential election and all other elective positions, we call for calm and restraint from all sides, and whichever party or parties that will feel aggrieved to call for calm among their supporters and pursue the acceptable legal and constitutional means to seek redress. We call on all Kenyans to continue receiving and following the results peacefully until the persons elected for the respective positions are announced by the IEBC as stipulated by the law. As mediators, we are committed to working closely with all relevant stakeholders, including political parties, and ensure continued peace, harmony, security, and unity among all Kenyans. As we wait for the finalization of tallying and the official announcement by the returning officers, we will endeavor to keep the nation informed by sharing critical information collected by our monitors and observers across the country. We continue to urge Kenyans to remain peaceful as we await the conclusion of this electoral process. Being able to see the good side of things, even in the toughest of times, is a blessing from the Almighty. We are blessed as Kenyans. God bless you, and God bless all of us together. And that is our statement as at now. And I'm happy to invite my co-chair, who stood for me the whole of yesterday because I went to the village to vote, to add on something that he may wish to add. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you very much. You have said it all, but I would like to take this opportunity to let the Kenyans and the public know that in the National Peace Mediation Team, we also have the women wing. right, which is identified as IRCK Interreligious Council of Kenya, eminent women who have this, under their framework, the Women's Situation Room here. And we ask here, I would like to introduce the chair lady who's heading the section, Dr. Grace Ogile, and also the deputy chair, Mrs. Sabahat Ahad, to give you an opportunity to say a word or two on the women's situation and how we as a team are handling that. Dr. Grace.
Thank you very much. I represent the eminent women leaders on mediation, and I'm very, very delighted that we are working together with the team of the mediation team for peace. Just to quickly say that our monitors are all over the country collecting data specifically on issues of violence against women. As we are receiving the information from the field, we'll come back again to let you know exactly what we have gathered with data. At the moment, the first day indicated that women, as was read, are facing violent issues at all levels. We preach for peace and mediation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That is our statement. As I said now, we'll continue the monitoring, and our role basically is to call the country to calmness and all of us to exercise this democratic right to make sure that we have the next government in the best way we can, and may God bless all of us together. This statement is signed today by the Most Reverend Dr. Jackson Ole Sapit, the head of the Anglican Church of Kenya, also the chairman of this National Peace and Mediation Team. Asanteni sana.
Maybe if you have any questions? Just one or two, three questions. If you have anything specific to ask or clarify.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
nä ndå mä rä ri ya rå honge rå rå rä a rå reita rwa kå nyitania bå rå ri kana gå tigä rä atä bå rå ri nä wagä a na thayå gå tongoretio nä ACK Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit, na noguo akä rä kä rä a akorwo agä tä tä rithia kä mwe nä atä no ende gå korwo na thayå gå kå bå rå ri-inä, na akena kana nä makenete me rå honge rå rwa makanitha atä må thenya wa ira andå nä maraikirie kura ciao kwina thayå thiini wa studio nyuma na mundu gwitwo Mucendo nä kå rä kä rä a tå rarä kä rä ria take home kuringana uria wona the process yo ya kuma ira vis-a-vis na campaign na after maimiriro kwanirwo urona atia.
Wa mbere nyambe njuge for the first time njokerie the political class ngatho tondu ungiririkana githurano gia 2017 2013 207 muthenya wa githurano ukoragwo characterized na interviews kana press conferences cia gucungira ngui nejirwo ne horirwo ne jekire muthenya wa ira hatire maundu mau turona umuthi Inoro TV ndire na handu ira report harare na gicanja makiragiriria andu maikie kura na therefore no turie wana siasa oguo mararekire tuikie kura na thayo metikire kura ici itarwo na thayo hatare inegene ungirora process ni ndirahotire gukorwo ngi witness process ya uria kura irarutwo thiini wa polling station ikirehwo thiini wa constituency tallying station mundu ucio akinyia kura hau arahuthira kindu ndagika 20 nginya 3 agigakirierwo kura ciothe nigetha mundu ucio ngiaingire ungitara kuruta Gikuyu kwena ituo 166 magigatuika cleared ni gutiki kahinda nigetha na returning officer wa county wa constituency ya the county wa county amirehe national oguo ateti metikire matigacugire ngui meterere ya ABC take time yao tondu igoti kana gatibe mahete thiko 7 cia kwanirira moimerera magite gia president metikire cianirirwo na thayo urio kuhota bururi uthie na mbere twerwo tucoke ndebe-ini tucoke tutekunegena no twitikire primarily tuige thayo
thank you muno na wagicoka rimuru geithanie
ngugeithania ndi na andu aingi muno ma njira ndimageithia no hemwe uhurire kunjira ni ungwetire tene muno etagwo Flex ni muiretu wa Bishop etagwo Virginia Ndoro wa kuria gugwitwo wa Ngige Kifiko gwetagwo Kifiko Diocese mucokerie ngatho tondu ahurire thaa kenda kunjira mundu wa njira ni gukorwo inoro na ndikimwire thengio.
Asante. Thank you very much. Tuma na mundu gwitwo Mushedo Peter Mushedo ni mundu uhigereire maundu ni megie uhoro wa mwathanire na maundu megie kana guthathaura maundu megie uhoro wa uteti. Hau niho tugutiriha mbere yitu twina mundu gwitwo Kamau wa Kangethe ko ndari handu ni ha Kamau wa Kangethe tondu ni kumiria ndaimiria mbere gutige moko-ini ma mundu gwitwo Mike Jenga na mundu gwitwo Wangeci wa Muriuki aria megutindikana nawe o magikumenyithia maimiriro uria marathi na mbere ukinya guku thiini wa studio na maundu macio mangĩ matiganĩte kaundu gothe kangikiumĩra karabatara gukorwo we ukimenya. Nĩ tuonana nawe muthenya wa rũciũ thiini wa tabarĩra o ĩno ya itua rĩa Akenya kwambĩrĩria thaa 11 cia rũcinĩ twanjĩrĩria 11 nginya rĩu ciakinya thaa 5 mathaa matandatũ ma gũkũmenyithia ũrĩa kũrathiĩ na mbere bũrũri-inĩ. Njoroge wa Gĩthĩnji tindia wega ngũgũtia moko-inĩ ma otugo ndakwĩra ma Mike Jenga na mũndũ gwĩtwo Wangeci wa Muriuki.